Anything specific besides what's up there and written, which you've all had a chance to read by now?
Can you recap last session, Neo?
Ugh.
In the dark grimness of the
Um,
15th century, we engaged the goblin hordes.
last session, you all were dealing with the news that you guys have at last broken beyond the wall, as seen here.
We're beyond the wall.
You were sent to several of the forts with essentially thousands of other soldiers to continue the push. You learned that you controlled two of the bridges, that there was fierce fighting everywhere, and that specifically your group was sent to this tower where you were teleported here. Now, you were teleported there because there was, from the towers and recon, there was a weird area of green. While the goblin areas that they have held for many hundreds of years aren't without vegetation and life, it is very scarce from essentially misuse and overall just not caring. Or maybe deliberate scorch earth tactics. You don't know. But that, plus a cryptic message from the Druid cast, has sent you guys with a ranger on behalf of the Druid cast to find out what's going on. You all,
Meet the druid?
you all came to this map where, while investigating a spring and stocking up, two trolls and who had kobold riders on their back came marching in, seemingly destroying the trees for some reason. Afterwards, after a fierce battle, you guys buried the bodies, as seen here, and set up for camp. You were about to go to sleep. That's about it. We're now picking up that point. If anybody wants to do anything, go ahead.
Can we have it be that, like, before my character went to bed, she set up, like, maybe a trap somewhere out to try and catch food?
Okay.
Mostly just be something simple like that.
You mean like a snare trap or
Yeah.
something? Okay. That's okay. Good. But even still, there we go. I just put a little trip wire right here. Represent your snare. And make sure it's on the token layer. Yes, it is. Okay. So there's your trap right there.
Yep, I see it.
Other than that, dusk was starting to approach. You're all set up at this camp. You guys cut down the tree. You cut the tree into a shape, which is Struck is using as a bench. And your Flux, your giant elk, is currently eating from one of the trees. I mean, bushes.
No, it's just dragged off a tree and is chewing on it openly in front of us.
If no one wants to really do anything.
I guess maybe just perception checks for, like, any things that might be, if I hear anything.
All right, go ahead.
Watch. And this is with advantage.
You see quite more wildlife, a lot more wildlife in this area than normal. From your earlier few days traveling in the wasteland to the south. As a reminder, Kiri, any spell of yours that gets stronger going a level up is currently acting as that. It's being cast at a one level higher than it normally would.
Okay.
Because you're within this green area.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. But no, there's nothing. What exactly were you listening for? Just wildlife?
Mostly wildlife just suddenly going silent, like sounds of like other.
Honestly, just kind of, it sounds like a very active plain. Nice lush greenery all around you. Trees cut down. Are you actively walking around the area or just staying
Yeah,
at
just,
camp?
just like
Okay.
walking around, not very
Give me
far.
one more perception check, and where's your character? I'm just gonna put you right here. This one you won't have advantage on.
All right.
No, advantage is the
You you don't notice anything as you travel around and then go back to where you would sleep. You notice Struck has been up the whole time for the most part, but he just seems to be keeping a watch.
All right.
Anyone else want to do anything?
Should we loot the sleeping dwarf?
Sure.
That's a weird thing for you to say, but okay.
I was saying that out of character.
Yeah, let's leave the sleeping dwarf.
Well, if
Yeah.
no one wants to, I know this was a weird place to start after so long away. That this is where we stopped off. Night goes uneventful. You don't really, through your watches, you don't really hear anything major, besides the animals going around. Kiri, you put a small bell on your snare. Around right before you were about to go to bed, you hear the bell start to ring.
I quietly go to the snare. Let me roll a stealth. You want me to roll a stealth check with that, or?
Yeah, it's on the snare. If you want to, go ahead. To you. If you're trying to go stealthy or you're trying to go active. Yeah, no, you just kind of march over there. And give me a second.
That's a rabbit.
Sorry, it's been a while. I'm not.
Is it our old
100%
friend, the old dire rabbit?
No, it's. Where is it? I had more. You seem to. You know what? There we go. You see a deer with a young fawn with its one of its legs within the snare trying to pull itself free.
It's like a little fawn trying to get their leg out.
Yeah.
Do
Right
I
there.
see Mama at all?
Nope.
Like, as I'm approaching it, is it getting more panicky, or is it still?
Oh, it's definitely not used to humanoids, or if it is, it knows to get away. It's definitely trying to get away quicker now.
Okay. Looking at its leg in the snare, does it look like it's taken like?
Oh, it's starting to get bloody. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna just try and as carefully as I can remove it from the snare.
You have no trouble getting pretty much up to it. It tries to kick you. Give me a dex save. It's not going to be a high DC. You almost failed a 5 DC. I want you to know that. It wasn't going to be very high because you were watching it the whole way.
I almost failed.
You almost got kicked in the face, but you successfully grabbed the leg and essentially knock it to the ground, not harming it in any way, but while there, you hold its legs in place and successfully remove the snare. Are you going to let it get up and run?
Yes, I am.
Right? It gets up and bounces away. It goes that direction, and you see it dart to the north.
All right. Like, what condition is the snare trap in? Like, completely worthless, or does it look like it
Nope.
may be set up?
No, it's a sturdy snare trap.
I'll just
The
reset
deer
it.
wasn't able to do anything to it.
All right, I'll reset it. Definitely a lot bigger than I was expecting to catch.
Go back to camp. It's about your time to go to sleep. You wake up a Brachus. I think what Brachus, you have dark vision, right?
Yes.
All right, so you would have been midnight watch. So you wake up a Brachus. It's his turn to go to watch. As Kira, you turn in. You see Struck go and turn in as well.
Yep.
So at Brachus watch, Brachus doesn't want to really do anything. I'm gonna take that as a no.
Before I go, I'll mention that I had a snare set up.
What?
Before I go head to bed, I'll mention I had a snare set up.
Okay. Flux, you said?
Just sits there watching the night, looking at the
Okay.
stars.
You notice several constellations. You make names for them because you don't know any official names, as this is not your land. Stars are quite beautiful. The moon comes out from behind some clouds. You get it's about a half moon right now. You get a little bit of nice moonlight on you. You just hear the night creatures. As you are more Flux, is your character more of a sit and listen type, able to keep himself still, or is he a fidgety?
You can just sit and listen.
All right. As you sit and listen, you actually notice a raccoon get sneak up on you and get almost right on you as it starts to try and go through your pack.
Just gonna watch it.
It goes into your pack. It tries to find something. It throws a couple of things out of your pack, but then finds a single brick of rations and seems to be satisfied with that and starts nibbling on it. And then you see he kind of turns away and then goes up to the stream. And as you watch, he starts to clean the rations in the stream, and then it seems to get more to his liking, and he starts to nibble down on it. And then after he's done, he just sort of moves on to the north. That's about it for you that night.
I slowly put the stuff back in my pack and just return to watching.
Right. Give me a perception check for anything besides that. By the way, that GM the GM roll for the raccoon was pretty high, so that's why I said it.
Bryn's tent is the best tent.
You hear various other sounds of nature, but you don't hear any like big stomping like you heard when the trolls came in. Seems to be, for at least right now, a pleasant night.
Because there's nothing special he's gonna do during his watch.
All right. You head to bed. You wake up, Bryn, and Bryn, it's your turn to take final watch.
Yay! That means I get to be lazy.
Do you want to do anything special, Bryn, with the creek or anything in the area, or you good?
Yeah, let's go investigate the creek.
Okay.
The others are sleeping; they'll be fine.
You find little raccoon paws in the damp mud. Other than that, it's just a nice clean creek that seems to be bubbling up from under the ground.
Interesting. Interesting.
Do you want to do anything else?
Anything else? No.
All right.
I'll sit on my broom and watch everybody.
Get me a perception check.
Darn it! A perception check already. Curse you! What? Where's the macro not working? Where?
Just roll d20 and add whatever it would be then.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. Now it's yeah. It's just saying rolling the dice now.
Okay.
Yay! Roll 20 broke for me.
All right, just
I'll
leave and
roll
come
20
back,
and
dude.
see. Yeah,
I will roll for you. What's your modifier?
7.
Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, you don't really spot anything Maybe it's because it's so dark. Maybe because you decided to hover off the ground. So you hear the same animals sounds. Just a pleasant breeze goes across. You hear that in the grass, but nothing really strikes your fancy. And the night passes without incidents. You all wake up, get ready to go, have a little breakfast. Unfortunately, Kiri, nothing else really got caught in your snare.
But then I'll just take it apart and put it away.
Okay. I will just add that there. You guys get ready, and I want all of you to give me a perception check, and I'm going to include Struck in this.
No.
Where is Struck?
Yay.
There's Struck. It's been a while since I've had to use him. Go. And okay. You all but Abracus really hears a massive explosion far to the south. You don't hear the roars or anything. You just kind of hear a boom, like it's coasting over the plains. You don't know what that is, and it's definitely not anywhere near you. But
Did it all
something
sound
happened.
like the cannon that was going off?
No, it sounds you can't make out anything other than the fact that there was just a boom. You're too far away from it. Just a weird shockwave. Other than that, nothing really happens in the morning, unless you guys want to do something.
Did you hear that?
What? No, nothing. You're imagining things.
It sounded like it came from the south. We're gonna eventually go that way, so we may as well at least continue at least the objective, then go down and potentially investigate. So maybe we hear it again. Once we get this camp cleared up, how much longer? Looking at the map here, how much longer does it look like it would take us to get there?
You don't have a map. Keep in mind.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
okay. All right. This is more like a. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, you guys don't really have a map yet. That people have not done that. You guys have essentially
a general idea.
Essentially scribblings of what people have drawn from the top of the towers, but for the most part, you don't know where anything is. You have marked this is where you should go.
All right.
Give me a flat intelligence. You're not sure. Think it could be a week. You think it could be a couple of weeks.
Well, yeah. Once we get this taken care of, may as well start going. No sense burning daylight.
Unless anyone else wants to do anything, we'll move on. Okay. You guys carry on for a little bit. Can I get a perception check from who has the highest perception? Who would be on the lookout out of the group?
I think that would be Bryn with the +7.
Sure. I'm in charge of looking for people.
Okay.
Yay.
Bryn keeps his head on a swivel. The rest of you just kind of follow. Bryn, give me a perception.
Okay.
You move. You travel for a little while. You notice the land is greener. You notice that cut trees, and there seems to be some stumps, but it's mostly young saplings as you move around. You get up a little bit, and as you move a bit more, you find yourself in another field. Place yourself wherever. And you guys stop because you notice something weird with some of the trees.
What do you mean with the trees?
They're made of babies.
Investigate to find out.
I mean,
That's not up to me. It's up to what you want to do.
All right.
I
They're
mean,
strangely higher quality pictures. I don't trust them.
I mixed in some other trees I found. So
Look out. It's like in animation. You can tell which object is going to move. Be careful.
Yes.
They're not part of the background.
These things seem strange. What is going on?
they're all part of the background. Fuck you. You walk over to the stream like, this tree seems strange, and everyone just kind of looks at you funny.
Wrong with the tree?
The trees over there kind of look weird.
we should notice something's off if we're investigating it.
I'm gonna take a look at the tree.
There should be a basic thing that tells us. That's
Okay.
weird.
They seem to be young. They seem to be growing. You give me an investigation.
Young trees? How scandalous.
That's high enough. You seem to notice that the tree you're looking at right now, there's traces of a larger stump at its base, but it's just grow.
They're growing out of the stumps.
And that means that this could be a camp that was used for the purpose of gathering the lumber, and it's just currently waiting for it to regrow.
How thin is the tree?
The one right to the north of you, it's fairly thin. It's
Can I wrap my hand around it?
it'd take both your hands, but
Can I
yes.
wrap both my hands around it and keep and close them? Have fingertips create a circle?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep them there. I want to see if this tree is currently growing at a accelerated pace. My fingers break. Let me know.
How long are you gonna do this for?
I mean, just while we're talking and investigating the tree.
Guys, anyone else want to do anything then? Brack has already set himself up to do what he wants. All right, Brent, Diplo, you still can't put your character down.
Yeah,
Okay, there you go.
that has yet to change.
Sorry about that.
It's not your fault. It's clearly Roll20's fault.
I'm going to look towards the stream. Like, does it look like it's like maybe a cavern or something beneath us, or is it just like an above
No,
ground
it's
type thing?
Like before, it just seems to be a bubbling stream. You see Struck just kind of walk around.
Clean looking, clear.
Yes, it's very clear, clean water.
Catilla, can you tell how old these trees were before they were cut down?
I think I can do so.
Okay, go all the way. You go to the top where one of these are. Give me a nature, which you should be good at. The topmost trees were probably several years. It seems like. But the weirdest part is from the center of it is a new sapling, as if it was growing from the earth, is shooting out from the middle of each of them.
So like as if like a tree itself is growing from underneath the stump and it's pushing its way.
Yeah,
through.
what should be a dead tree stump, you see just a tree just growing from it, as if it's
It's like a bamboo pushing its way through stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
it doesn't seem to be pushing its way through. It just seems to be growing from the stump.
Looking at this a couple of years, maybe 5, 10, 15. But at the same time, it's just like
Oh
growing
yeah,
right from the center.
fair enough, Flux.
I wanted to point out rings. I only have one in nature. I don't know about rings, but
Yeah, no, fair enough. From the rings, it's odd because normally the rings for this type of wood that you would know are more densely packed together, because they're more slow growing. The rings are really wide apart. You'd say this tree was about 5-6 years old before it was cut, but that sounds off to you.
Okay.
The tree grew really fast,
This
and
is- okay.
I'm gonna say it's been about a minute and a half. Brachus, your fingers it gets a little hard to keep them together. Fingertips separate just a touch.
These trees are growing very rapidly.
Yeah. Because looking at the tree rings here, they should be a lot more close together.
No, a
See-
lot wider apart.
Yeah, but they're a lot wider. Like, as if the
I
thing's
mean, yo,
only
you
5
you were
years
right.
old.
I was wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, like, as if this tree was only, like, maybe 5-6 years old when they cut it down.
Catilla, can you check the ground for tracks? If I was creating engines of war and had quick growing trees, I'd be moving them every time they got big enough.
Yeah. While looking towards the area here, I'm just going to cast the Ritual of...
Where did you say? Because I didn't.
I'm going to, like, move right here.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to, like, first shift into the wolf form just to get, like, an advantage with, like trying to sniff out, like, in case
Okay.
you're in search for tracks.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, good. I gotta open up that sheet. I completely forgot to open up that sheet. Give me a second.
No problem.
But it's all
Meanwhile, Struck is just
butts.
looking forward, keeping an eye out. Bryn seems to be doing the same, but to the south. While you two investigate,
Rawr.
and I
I'm
need to
spinning
make
around on my
him
broom.
make him a little bigger.
Guys,
Bryn seems to be getting bored, so she's sorry, she
Perception is...
been a while.
Haha.
She is flying around a bit.
Am I allowed to set fire to anything yet?
This is with advantage. Actually, no.
Okay.
I don't know if that'd be advantage, but it doesn't really matter much.
Yeah. You root through the grasses that are you guys have noticed they have been getting taller and thicker the more you go north. You root through them and you try to look for tracks around the ground, but you just notice more grass. You look for any breaks that you would know to see for passing travel, and you just don't find any. At least where you were looking.
The only other thing I can think now is magic is being used to accelerate these. I know that there are druid craft spells that do allow for an increase of growth plant and harvest yields. I wonder, would that be...
I want you to understand, Carrie. You're not saying this to anyone. You're just going.
Yeah, she kind of forgot that she can't speak to people in wolf form or animal form. So,
What's that, girl? What's that? There's a hole in the well? Little Timmy found it? Oh, no.
I shift back.
Oh, no. Well,
right.
it's no little
Okay.
Timmy, so I don't think
So-
we care.
I have
Alright.
a thought. Since I can't really tell if there's much here, but there's definitely acceleration of growth. The only other reason I could think that would help is there are druid craft abilities that would let me increase the yield of crops and increase plant growth. That's the only thing I could think that's going on right now, unless there's other magic in play. And I'm going to use detect magic to try and gather as much information as I can about...
Okay. Within the
I'll spend the
entire
time.
30 feet range of your detect magic, there is magic.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, can I
Everywhere.
tell what the school is? Like, if there's like maybe schools of magic, or if this might be
It-
similar
it's-
to the druid
it's-
spells.
It's weird. You can't really tell what the school is. It just seems to be just a wide range in mana, just magic a little bit in every little piece of grass, every little tree, everything, life around you, really.
Oh boy. Well, there's
It
definitely
did-
magic going on, but
It
it's not-
doesn't
like,
because it would let you know the school or if something like it. It doesn't seem harmful to you.
Okay, let's rephrase the question. Does it all feel like the kind of magic that druids would use to like increase plant growth and crop yield?
Definitely.
Okay. So I'm thinking there might be a druid.
But I'll rephrase as well. It's not that it doesn't feel familiar to you. It's that there's no source.
Like it feels
So
similar,
you-
but you can't get like a source on it.
Yeah, you're not getting a source. It's just everywhere. You walk around and it just continues to be everywhere.
I'm okay with this.
Well,
Catilla.
Yes.
Abracus, are you still got your fingers around the
No, once they broke, I removed them.
All right, yeah.
Looks like I can confirm that they were growing that quick. I don't care to measure it. I just know they're going quickly.
Yep.
All right.
Which,
So,
so yeah, we are dealing potentially with a situation where this might be a camp that's being used with magic to accelerate plant growth. But there's a problem. I can't gather a source. It does feel like druidic magics, but it feels like that, but I just can't sense a source. It's like all around, far greater than what the area of effects are with the magics. Unless there's multiple, but that's the only other thing I could think of. Actually, call it crazy, but I'm just gonna take a spear and I'm just gonna start like stabbing into the ground. Like, does it have like trouble going in, or does it just go in kind of easily?
no, it goes in. It's just very good quality topsoil. It goes in pretty. If you put some force behind it, it goes in pretty deep.
All right, so kind of like what you expect with regular terrain. Nothing like, not like there's like a hollowing or anything underneath you.
Nope.
Okay. That takes care of that thought that there might be like magic or like caverns underneath us. At the same time, I don't like this.
About 6 minutes into your detect magic, you the magic's still there, but you see like you feel like a pulse go through the area you're in from the north to the south and just keeps on going.
Okay.
But other than that, it's just the magic field gets a little bit stronger for a second. You notice all the trees seem to grow. If anyone's keeping a close watch, seems to just grow a little bit more. And that's it.
Question. When that pulse went through, was like Abraxas still holding onto the tree, or does this like?
No, he let go a while ago.
Okay. All right. Hey, something just happened. So we got ourselves a pulse. Stuff's growing a little bit more. It's coming from the north. Finally got at least some kind of hint on where this thing's coming from.
Yeah, it went. It essentially went over. It was like a wave. It's just suddenly you felt it within the 30-foot range, and it just traveled through your 30-foot range until it left it.
Yep.
But it's like a single line, a wave of stronger energy, and then it stopped.
I'm starting to have a suspicion that what we're looking for might have something to do with those magical waves that just happened. At the same time, it would do wonders with the crop yields in the cities.
I mean, I suppose. So, what is our goal, anyways? Like,
Where to investigate?
You were sent out. You say that out loud?
yeah, Bryn's like, what's
So I
our
need to
goal?
remind you. We were sent out at behest of the Druids. They had a great dream many years ago that to the north, in a certain area, that there was a font of nature. They don't know from which Druidic goddess or god it comes from, but that there was something still to the north that called to everyone. You and he points to you, Castilla. You should have Catilla. You should have been told of this at least at one point. Maybe it did come in trading, but it's always been a dream of the Druids to get to that area. We don't know really.
Well, I suspect that whatever it is, it might have, whatever it was, it just activated and sent out some more magic. That much I can tell. And it's just further north, so I think that's also where we're going.
Yay, north.
At the same time, guys, have your weapons out, because with that pulse, if I could feel it, there was probably others that were magically inclined that could feel it just as well.
Your elk is magical in nature, correct?
Yes, it's a base spirit.
it seemed to like it tried during when Castilla suddenly said it out loud. To you, Abracus, it seemed like it tried to jump over something, and then tried to hide the fact it did, as nothing really happened. So your spirit definitely sensed it.
Bryn's flying, so she's gonna
What did
deal with
you-
your bullshit.
What did you just try to jump over?
A wave of energy came through. Just pure nature. I don't. It was calming and kind. I felt embarrassed when I tried to jump over it. I was hoping you wouldn't see that.
Which direction was it coming from? We didn't feel it.
North to the south.
North to the
You
south.
didn't tell me you had your divine sense on, so that's why I didn't say Abracus felt it too.
No, I know.
Wait. Bryn was a north to the south.
Yeah, it came
Yeah,
from the
it
north
came
and was
from-
going to south.
This is only Abracus can hear this, by the way.
You don't understand the language.
I look at this elk.
Yeah, you essentially
I
your
boop.
creature tells you that it came from the north and was actually quite warm and comforting, and then continued to the south.
Whoever's radiating this energy, it came from the north. We may want to keep moving north.
Agreed.
We can locate it by where it's coming from. It's just sending out pulses.
Yeah. All right.
If you feel another one, let me know.
Okay,
I
well.
practice. I'll tell you.
We gotta go back to the map. Sorry if you can hear my phone. You guys
Spins
moved up a
around.
bit. As you travel, your elk tells you about an hour, 2 hours later, yeah, there was another one. Seems to be, and as you travel a bit more, it seems to be every 2 hours or so, another one is sent out. It just seems to head in a radius from the north to the south from where you are. You guys travel on for a bit. You get another day, another 2 days, really, without any incident. Breaking for camp on the second day. Start giving me perception checks. You're starting to get much closer to where you think you should be. For anyone who wants to give one.
Yep.
Let me do Struck. Struck would be keeping an eye out. Brackus, you notice it almost right away. On about the third day of travel, you start hearing goblin on the wind from much further north. And since you heard it, I will ask, do you guys want to go in quietly?
Yep.
Or do you guys want, because we're about to do another map change, but you guys rolled high enough to get this essentially choice of how you want to go in.
I say we do this quiet.
Stilla, you also rolled high enough, so yeah, you would have heard it well. It seems to be coming a bit quite a ways from the north, but you can hear it essentially on the wind. Brackus, what's your opinion?
I assume my opinion to the group. I'll not be very good at moving quietly, but you can move ahead if you wish.
We can. Sure thing.
So
Don't worry,
Brackus elects
Abraxas.
to come in from the back. The rest of you start. Give me a stealth check.
Sure thing, Abraxas.
As you
We'll leave
continue
it.
moving for about an hour. And where's Struck's thing? Let me just keep his damn sheet open like I've been doing for other things. There it goes. Boom. Done. Struck is now open. Open up. Right. As you are taking extra care, Abracus, give me a stealth check with advantage. Okay. You guys travel for a bit. start to hear a noise, rustling, start to smell a little bit of smoke as the wind changes direction to travel to the from north to south, and you guys find yourself. Oh, here's how I do it. Getting. Oops. Guys, find yourself down here. It's gonna be. It's gonna be Struck. Is gonna be out in front. He was one of the more stealthier people. Bryn's gonna be down here, more towards the middle. The rest of you put yourselves down. Brackus, you'd be more towards the corner. Okay. 2 Abrackuses. Oh God, no! I'm gonna
Practice times
assume.
two.
I'm gonna assume you're keeping your elk behind you, so it's trying to keep it stealthy, so I don't need to expand its size yet. You guys come across a clearing of sorts. Seems like there's cut brush all over the ground. The trees look like they've been well cut and often. You find a couple of tents. Seems to be a wagon of supplies, a roaring campfire in the middle. And you see a smatter of orcs, various orcs. Seems to be more decorated. Give me a perception check, everyone, as you come up. Well, no, Struck and Callista. Other of you are kind of standing behind.
Catilla.
Catilla. It's going to take me a while to get it back into doing it, dude. I'm sorry. Okay. Catilla, from the front, and you peeking through the bushes, you notice that on this side there seems to be your standard grunts. But over here, you notice you've already fought a war chief once. You notice the ornamentation and all that. But there's a type of orc here you've never seen. They all seem to be heavily armored. And they seem to be holding council with their chief, while the other ones on the other side just seem to be eating. It's late evening. The sun is starting to go down. It's not fully down yet, which might help explain why they haven't seen you yet. What would you guys like to do?
You said it wasn't quite sundown yet?
Wasn't quite sundown. You'd estimate, you've been in this area for a while now. In an hour, the sun would be down.
All right, I'm gonna sign out about the grunts, heavily armed orcs, and apparently and this is an orc war boss type, correct?
Yes.
And an orc war boss with a lot of decorations on it. So at least they know what's coming.
All right.
Do any of them look like druids?
In fact, the warp boss doesn't seem to have metal armor on, which you find weird, and seems to be using actually a staff, which is quite odd.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna basically sign. I think the war boss might be druidic, has magic, as a staff. Okay. I think I provided at least what information I could give.
You guys can try to slink off the map, and I'll give you a different area if you want to chat, or it's up to you.
those odds. We're good. We're good.
Well,
All right. All right. I'm gonna like sign. Do you guys want to move a little bit further up, or how do we want to fight? Looking at Abracus, can you ask Nalan if they can move a bit and make some noise so that they might at least break off a few of them?
I'm gonna instruct Nwallen to go 300 feet to the east, get caught in something.
okay.
Just like a normal elk. Just get caught in something and wrestle around a bit too much.
Well, it takes a little bit, but you all start to hear what is a loud elk noise. I don't know exactly how elks sound. Yeah, something like that.
They bray.
And the rustling of a bush. You notice quite a few of them pique their interest at that, and you hear the war boss put his staff down and say, you four, go check out." And you notice that these four head to the east.
I'm gonna let Nwallen know they're coming to check it out. I'm gonna tell him to just keep his distance from them, but keep drawing them away or and moving
Okay.
them around. As long as I'm within a mile, we can communicate telepathically.
All right. In fact, no, it wouldn't be those four. Give me a second. Just bring them back. Gotta go back because
The problem is I can't get the pitch right.
if let me see, it would be because they'd be sending something. This would be them trying to go hunting. So
Survival.
this one, yeah, this one would stay. This one would stay, and the two crossbow ones would be heading out instead. So there we go, and they head off the map. You wait a little bit, and they seem to be pretty far gone.
And gonna sign it to them.
It takes a little while for this to happen. The sun is starting to go down a little bit more. The campfire to the north seems to start getting a little bit brighter to your eyes as it's starting to be needed more.
Excellent.
After a little bit, you hear the war boss go, "What's taking so long? Whatever. They'll come back. Set up the guards." And then he heads to the tent, and you notice two grunts, one right here, one head right here. And these guys start to head a little bit. They seem to be grumbling and talking among themselves, but they're no longer eating and no longer really paying attention as mealtime seems to be over. So 1 second. Whoop. And whoop. Okay. That's about the changes so far.
Okay. All right.
And he's just keeping the every once in a while he makes noise and keeps them tracking him. Right?
Yes. If your plan
Okay.
is to attack, it'd be best to do it now.
All right. Looking at what's the distance? Excellent. Good. At this point here, actually, it's probably not 0.5. Yep. Still within absolute max range. With this guy, good old-fashioned cooking book.
Okay. Going to use heat metal.
Yep. And is it still in the area where it's considered a little higher, or?
No, this seems to be about a flat plain. The ground around you is up to the north, at least. Where you are, it's pretty much just grasses and
Okay,
bushes.
so I don't get
But
that
to the
bonus.
north, all over there, there's just sticks and branches.
I mean, like in
that-
terms of like spell empowerment.
Oh, yes, it would be one level higher than whatever you use. So if you cast it at 2 level, count it as level 3.
Okay. So, whoop.
Okay.
And I'm aiming it at his armor, not a
Yes.
weapon or anything.
I'm going
So
to
that's
give
like
him
his hit.
disadvantage on his con save, which is, give me a second.
Problem is, it's like if they're able to get rid of it, then they can if they succeed.
Well, I mean, it's armor. It's also to. I thought it was to see if they take half damage.
Alright. The way it reads, it's that succeed the
Okay.
con save.
No,
you
then
try-
he slowly starts. You hear the conversation drift to him starting to say, "Are you guys getting warm? Getting warm?" And then he seems to start sizzling, and he takes 10 fire damage.
18 actually.
All right, fine. 18 fire damage. I need everyone to roll initiative, because as soon as he starts to sizzle and such, he screams out, and everyone in the camp starts to enact. Let me get it open. There we are. I'm going to start adding people. I need to add for Bryn. You should be able to just click on your character and.
I mean, I can,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Wait, there you go.
Did... Nope. Did the macro break again? Yay! I think roll 20 broke again. Let's see. Yes, it did. Yay! It's one of those days.
All right, and then the guards. Boop. Did I get all of them? Yeah, I got all of them. There you go. All right, I need to roll some initiatives real quick. Excuse me 1 second. For struck, it is initiative 5. And then Grimbold, initiative 3. Oh, they should be on there. Nope, of course not. And then there's initiatives for the guards. Did not get a 21, fuck off. And then for each individual guy, they are. So, it'll be a 13, 3, and an 11. And finally, okay. Okay. Abracus, you're up first. You hear one of the guards, one of the heavily armored guards scream, and you see steam start to come from him. Other than that, you don't see anything.
He's melting.
I'm gonna move up here, but stay still hidden by the trees.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll with advantage for free. 13. Okay. Doing anything else, or is that just while you're doing?
Cast a moonbeam. Right here.
Okay, give me a second. There's draw shape, and I'm going to. It is Alt for circle, so that's not a circle, but okay, thank you. And since it's moonbeam, let's go with a nice light blue. About that, or smaller. Okay, there you go.
Hitting all three of them.
Okay, 1 second. I hate drawing. Destroy you, and then here you go. Which would be about. There you go. All right.
They each need to make a con save.
All right. What is the DC? Is their con is fairly good, so it's one of the few things they have going for them. 1, 2, and 3.
They each take 6 points of searing damage.
Okay.
Radiant damage.
Take 6 points. One of them's looking pretty hurt at this point. The one that got heat metaled. The other one's just looking grumpy.
Alright. Are any of them shape changers? I'm just gonna check.
No, none
Okay.
of them are shape changers.
So like
That's
bonus
my turn.
damage or something that they were.
It'd be an extra pain.
Yeah, it'd be in much
It
worse
changes
if they
them
were
to their
shape.
original form, amongst other things.
Yep, there it is. I see that.
That'd be funny. It's like, ah! Oh,
All right.
it worked.
A column of moonlight just descends from the sky and hits 3 of them. It should be just gentle, but suddenly it glows with an intense brightness, and all 3 of them take a minor bit of damage.
It's a laser beam.
Yep.
It's a mother freaking laser beam.
right. Grimbald will move up, stealth, and he'll take aim at this guard. 1 second.
No, Grimball, don't die.
All right, where's his thing? Oh, thank God he did all this for me.
Can I use Scorching Ray and Grimbald?
Grimbald misses. Even though he has advantage, he still misses against one of the standard orcs.
Damn it, Grimbald.
It's Grimbald's turn. Still, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna stealthily move my way to here. My hope
Give me
is
a stealth check for free. With advantage, because you are in high brush.
and I suspect they're all focusing on the screaming orc.
They were. This one's now focused on the crossbow bolt that came shooting from. The other one seems to be still focused on the now laser beam of moonlight that's on the ground.
And I'm going
They haven't had
to.
none of them have had a turn yet, so none of them have been able to react to you guys really.
I think this guy could go with a little cooking.
I mean, keep in mind it's a concentration spell. You cast it on one, it
Wait, is it?
takes it.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
shit,
it's a
it is.
concentration.
It is. Never mind. That'll be my turn then.
And that's
Concentration's
the
only
only
a
free
bonus.
time you get that information on that.
Yeah, I
yeah.
just initially forgot. Initially, it was concentration for a sec. So
You
that's
don't
my
have
turn.
any attacking cantrips or anything?
With range, nothing really with range
Okay.
unless. Yeah, no, nothing that would reach them.
All right, that's your turn. Unfortunately for you, Carrie, you were not, in fact, hidden very well. And this guard moves here and picks up a spear and shoves one at you. Throws one right at your head. 20 plus this. I take it a 12 probably.
Nope.
You watch as a spear just, well, javelin really, whizzes by you and just buries itself into the ground. And with that, it moves closer. The other one up here moves to here. Unfortunately, can't really do anything right now, but readies itself to attack. And that's their turn. The one you cooked and booked, or cooked in this case,
He's gonna continue to get cooked every round.
yeah, reacts on Kiri's round, because that's how I'm going to rule it, not on it. Or Kiri would have gotten 2 off in 1 round.
That's kind of how it's supposed to be. It's silly.
Starts to use his entire movement and runs towards the bush, which only 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Even with his max movement, can only get about to there before he has to stop. Struck's turn. Struck moves up and into the bush. He tries to be stealthy. I'm trying to do the AI's turn very quickly. Excuse me. He gets a 18. He's pretty stealth, and he's going to let loose an arrow at the one that seems to be heading towards the group just from the bush. And his arrow is...
The arrow fly true.
Unfortunately, with Faith, he stealths, so it's a crit. So he definitely hits. Does 7 + 8 piercing damage. So 13 piercing with 3 cold, which... Kira, you see this heavily armored orc-like creature run up, shouting at you, ready to carve you in the pieces, and just from the bushes, a bolt comes flying out. Seems to chill the armor just a bit, maybe lessening the damage or increasing its chances not to take some next turn, but it still does massive damage to it.
Oh, it didn't just shatter the armor.
Unfortunately, no.
That would have been hilarious.
He seems to be in a lot more pain than he was. These two didn't make the perception check, but can see where their companion is running, so they all run in that same direction, but randomly. They don't seem to know where exactly any of you are.
Oh,
And
no,
don't make a real action. So boop, boop. And you hear from the tent, "What's wrong? Just went back to sleep," in Goblin. And War Chief comes out of the tent. But that is his turn. There it is. Objects and tokens. Just stands there. All right, Bryn, you're up.
Hi.
How do you get there? Because I'm going to be giving you attacks of opportunity.
I was here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Okay.
30, 40.
Move your character as every 5 spaces that you would go.
I'm flying.
Okay.
I can fly over them.
Yeah, well, I'm going to... That's not just going to be free action, by the way. You're going to have to use up your action to get on the broom and fly over, and you're not going to be able to do anything when you get there. Because if this was like Boots of Flying, then yeah, but it's a broom. You actually climb on and off it.
Which one is the one that you use to mark your path?
It's a measurement tool.
No, I mean like...
Fourth icon down.
Also, I've been on the broom the entire time.
Okay. Then you're on the broom. You're going to fly up to it. You're going to fly down into him.
Fly over to him, yes, 60 feet.
Okay. Fly over to him. You're right above his head. You're right above him right now. What are you going to do? I'll say it takes your bonus action to get yourself into position, but you still have your attack action.
Hi. And now I shall stab him.
Okay.
And if you were to in range to hit him while you're on the broom, then you would be within range for the other goblins to swipe at you while you flew above them.
See, how long is it?
Unless you're coming back down.
Yeah, you at only 60 feet. If you're up, if you're high enough where they can't get attacks of opportunity, then I'd say you'd get about here, still being stealthy. You wouldn't be able to get into his range just yet.
That's fine. I'll just shoot him with my circular blasting.
Okay, you do that from the sky. You rain down your circular blasting on the chief.
Most of those probably miss. 14, 6, and 15. Unless I get advantage.
Let me see real quick. You said you had a 16?
15.
Just barely misses. You're not used to being on the broom and doing combat yet. You line up to fire, but the winds pick up a little bit and shake. You seem to set the tent on fire. You set the ground around him on fire, but unfortunately, you miss him.
Okay.
Barely. One of them essentially goes between his legs, and you almost set his clothes on fire.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Brachus, you're up.
First things first. It's a bonus action.
To what?
Oh, it's an action. Ugh. Jeez. Ugh.
What?
The moonbeam.
No, that's to cast it.
No, you can use an action.
Oh, you're talking about moving it?
Yeah, moving it.
Moonbeam's a very powerful spell, so I can understand that.
Move it on top of him.
Okay. He's got to make a con save, and he's not as con heavy as the other ones, so. Seems weird, but it's not. Oh, he definitely fails.
Takes 8 points of damage.
You watch as the beam slowly glides around the ground, seemingly not doing damage to the earth itself, but once it's on top of him, you see it start to sizzle his flesh. He took a pretty significant hit.
And then Brachus is going to breathe on his quarterstaff and wreathe it in flame as he walks into the group of the orc.
Okay, you gotta just move right about there.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, Grimbald's gonna try and shoot the guy he missed. Where's the sheet? There's the sheet. There we go. Grimbald. One light crossbow. There we go. What's he do? Because I have to click away. He definitely hits him, and he doesn't get sneak attack. No, yes he does. He sinks a bolt into this guard that was running up, and successfully kills him. You watch as the bolt enters his neck from the bushes, and he falls down dead. Grimbald's going to bonus action hide, or at least try to. From his already hidden position, and let's do this. Boom, and that's his turn. Castile, you're up.
Okay. And everything within takes... Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cast the spell Ice Knife, and I'm going to cast it right here. So I'm going to need these two guys...
so you're deliberately missing with it.
Yeah, I just need these two to make a dex save.
Okay, you're deliberately missing. That's all I need to know. I still would like you to try and roll. Yeah, roll to hit because you're trying to get it in a specific spot. It wouldn't have been a high DC, but you definitely hit it. So it's they do not have a good dex. In fact, I think they just get a flat 20. Let me look real quick.
We shall see.
Yeah, no, that's not good for them. So 6 and a 7. They'd have both fail.
Okay, so they both take 11 damage, 4 piercing, 7 cold.
Okay. This one, the one that you were sizzling, didn't get a chance to sizzle because the ice knife took him down. You see steam start to rise from his armor under the increased cold damage. And this one took the hit. Seems to be upset about it, but still on his feet.
And
Yay.
I shall move to... Where would be a good spot? 2, 3, 4, 5. Going around this stump, would this be like considered like difficult terrain or like
Yes, it would be.
impassable? Alright, so
Difficult terrain. You'd have to get up
10.
on the stump and then jump back off it. It costs you, I'd say, 15 feet of movement to go up the stump and then go off the other side.
10, 25, 30, 45. Yeah, and I'll stop. Move to here.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. This guy still has no idea where Bryn is because you're up in the air.
Ah.
I
Gonna
think it's
die without
still
him.
too far. He's gonna try it. With disadvantage, he's gonna try and throw his javelin at you, Abracus. So that's 5. I assume a 9 is not gonna hit you.
1 second. Let me make sure.
You might.
No, it doesn't.
Damn, a 9 misses?
He missed the chink in the armor.
All right. And that's gonna be his turn. The next one is right next to you. He's gonna turn right to you, and he's gonna take 2 swings with some nasty looking great axes that are almost shaped like swords. Really. Here you go.
What? Wait, what?
But no, why does he have great? Why does this guy have great axes? His icon does not. Wow.
Look at these shields shaped like
Those
swords.
aren't shields. Fuck you.
Fuck.
These
Plus.
great axes shaped like
yeah,
swords.
no, I realized it was stupid.
No,
when I said
I like it.
He
I like
he
it.
has what is it then? No, he gets a javelin and a great axe. Okay.
Bows shaped like guns.
No.
I
crossbows
mean,
shaped
bows
like
shaped
guns.
like guns exist. They're silly, but
Yeah.
it's called crossbow. Here you go. Which they get that. Okay.
Don't worry, I'm all with it. I'm jiggy with it.
He tries to hit you twice with his great axe, but you just seem to block it with your shield pretty easily. Struck's gonna still in hiding, going to unload with his crossbow again.
I found what Neo was describing what this guy's using.
Yeah.
This is what he was using, clearly.
Just trying to go for a hoop. I can't pronounce it. A
hookah?
kopesh or something like that. But yeah, something like
24%.
that. But Struck unfortunately misses this time. That's his turn. This guy's dead. He doesn't need to be on here anymore. Do I get?
Do we still
Try
hear
to-
sizzling of flesh?
There we go. He's gone. The third one was running, sees Abracus come out and charges you from the opposite side, stepping on his dead friend to flank.
Hey, guess who just entered my reign? Shikadoosh.
What?
Pull our mastery, buddy. You get in my range, I get off attacks.
Okay. 1 second. I am so sorry. Middle of D&D. What do you need? Maybe later. Bye. Sorry about that interruption. You know, that definitely hits. Right. Let me double check. Even with their 18 armor class, yeah, that hits.
Take 6 bludgeoning damage,
I need to get this guy out of here.
5 radiant damage.
Okay. Okay, so he took 11 damage. Which is pretty
Then
simple.
2 fire damage, and he's now on fire.
Fuck you.
Hey,
He's
I have a
still
question.
up. Fuck you. He's still up. Comes running in for his taking multiple hits from you. Well, taking a big hit from you. Doesn't
Sorry,
seem-
hold on. Add another 6 to that because it's a 2nd level Searing Smite.
Okay, he's still up. Barely. Probably won't be in a second. 20 plus this. Let's see if we can get a hit on you with this. 20 and 20.
Sorry. No.
What's your fucking AC?
21.
Fuck you.
Without any buffs, it's 21.
Even with his fucking flanking bonus, nothing. These guys don't have like pack tactics or anything, do they?
I got
No.
my shield pointed at one, my fight bending off the other one with my quarterstaff.
Hey, Neo, if it would make you feel better,
No, it
only
really
one of those
doesn't.
would hit
It's-
me.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Well, that was its turn. Here, let me get a second. I need to see what this guy can do. It's not a lot of good shit for damaging. This guy waves his hand and summons a spiritual weapon, which I'm going to. Let's see an
Is it
icon
just
here.
a giant dildo?
No. We get the premium assets free. There was something in camp I could use real quick. I wasn't actually prepared. As much as I think. Seems to be a floating bear trap. Tries to head towards your head, Brachus, and
How many more do you have? Bring 5 more.
he's going
I
to
still
try-
got.
He's going to use his modifier, and he's going to try and cause this to hit you. His opening move with it, and he is going to fail. As it tries.
A druid who has a bear trap as a spiritual weapon.
Yeah, it is an orc.
I'm a fish. My weapon is a fish hook.
No, look. Here's the thing. I didn't realize they didn't have any good attack spells. Their cantrips are shit. The first levels are shit, and the second level is shit. That's his turn. He's going to move just slightly out of range of that before his turn is over. Bren, you're up.
It's my turn now?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I have options.
There's him down there. You could probably get to since you're in the air. Him, you could get it to. You might even be able to land on this one. Really wanted.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, who do I want to go mug? I probably should go mug the mage.
Yep, they're the black mage. You fuck with them.
I'm gonna go mug the mage. Ah!
All right, so role play wise, you fly above him and jump up. Oh, good. good 10 feet above him. Not enough that when you fall, you'll take damage. You're a fucking monk. You know what? Fuck it. 20 feet above him.
I can be
And
30
then
feet
you
above him.
jump off and fall. And as you fall, right when you get in range, you kick him. What do you do? Or you do something. What are you doing?
I'm gonna stab him. I have a sword for
Right?
stabbing.
You go head first down then as you try to stab him.
Pogo stick attack.
Go.
Pogo stick 1.
You definitely hit.
15 damage.
Okay.
I
Oh.
spit around into the secondary
Did
pogo
not
stick.
like that. 1 second. Okay.
So,
What?
flying brooms don't telepathically communicate. You're gonna have to find some way to get back up there now, because you just dropped off and it's just gonna float up there.
No,
for a while.
I just.
Yeah, no,
dive
it's
down
gonna
with the
float.
broom.
Here's what happens with a flying broom. It's when the rider disembowels. It's going to continue to float where it is for 10 minutes, and then it's gonna drop into onto the ground wherever it was.
I mean,
So,
I could have just
hopefully
had
wherever it
dive
is-
down.
Yeah,
You know, like a sane person.
you're not a sane person. You jumped
I-
off.
I am. I'm sane enough.
All right,
That's,
you hit with the 23. It's not looking good.
And then comes the kicks.
1 second.
So I pogo
Well-
sticked into him.
1 second, because I miscalculated. And this poof goes away. Spiritual weapon's definitely gone after that.
And kick.
Okay,
Right.
you miss.
Okay. And second kick.
Why'd you get rid of spiritual weapon?
Spiritual weapon is a
Concentration.
concentration spell.
No, it's
and
I
not.
broke his con.
Spiritual weapon just stays. It's not concentration.
I could've sworn it was concentration.
So
It's just
I
limited
kick him in the
duration.
face as well. For
Okay,
7.
I'm gonna put it right there then. Okay, 7 more damage. He's not looking happy, but he's still up.
Yeah, I've done 36 damage to this man. His life is in pain. Yeah.
Is that? Okay, he's not happy, but
Can I
he's
use
not
the extra
quite.
momentum to bounce back up onto the verge?
No, you can't. You're gonna have to use your next turn if you want to fly, to get back on the broom as your bonus action, and take off. All right.
Fine.
Brackus, your turn. You got one to the north, one to the south, and a floating bear trap. Awesome.
Here I am stuck in the middle with you.
Here's the thing: you're not stuck in the middle
Take
with
out
them.
one of them.
They're stuck
out-
with you.
One quarterstaff strike here.
I was
Another
about
one
to say
here.
you're gonna want to attack that one first. If you hit, he may not be there anymore. He's fucked up. Okay, let's see what you do on the first guy.
Actually, you know what? No. Bacchus is feeling cocky. That man's still on fire. We're gonna start with this man down here.
Okay. 18 misses. 9 misses. 17 misses. You bounce off of he seems to have shifted into a weird stance where he's keeping one armored hand out. It seems to be giving him a bit more ability to dodge blows. You watch as he just kind of swipes your quarterstaff away. One hit, you definitely hit him in the hand, but it doesn't hit hard enough to seemingly do damage.
That's my turn.
All right. Grimbald. Oh, that's me. God, that's right. Grimbald's gonna ain't broken, don't fix it. Gonna aim at the soldier coming across the way. Definitely hits. Fortunately, he was not stealthy. He knew that he was there, so he only does 9 piercing damage. And with that, that's his turn. Still, you're up.
It's wolf time.
Okay.
No, that's gonna get
Bit
them.
late to do that.
What?
It's a bit late in the battle for this.
Yeah, it kind of is, but hey.
God dang it.
Speaking of
Castillo.
which, Brackus, what's going on with your deer?
He's been given the same commands. He's still doing his job of just keeping
Okay.
him distracted. If he has anything new, any new info he needs to share with me, he can do so. But right now,
All right.
he's still got his job.
The deers just found another deer and they're hitting. on each
Unfortunately,
other.
a great elk is quite a bit faster than the orc soldiers, so there's little chance of catching up.
Yep. And I'm gonna go after this guy here.
Okay.
And I also need him to make a strength check.
Okay, you definitely hit him. Let me get what his strength is. He's got a decent strength.
I don't want to be that guy, Costello, but this one was mine. I had these two. Go find your own.
Oh, and he definitely fails. So you finally get to knock someone prone.
Yep, he's now prone. No. And he takes 11 damage.
Stella, stop mounting them. That's really
1
creepy.
second. There you go. That's something prone. 11 damage.
And that's my turn.
All right. Here we go. The final soldier is going to be going to run up a bit closer, get rid of his disadvantage, and noticing he looks to the north, he looks to the south, looks to the east, and he's going to just
Good motion for him to come to me.
he then notices the giant wolf, and he's gonna aim for the wolf with his javelin. And he's gonna roll double ones, and I'm gonna roll double ones. It goes very wide and completely misses you.
Yep.
Okay, so what does he have to roll for five?
Make a con save, bud.
Mm-hmm.
You mean their strongest save, which I believe, yep, 12.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
How much?
Five fire damage.
And with that, he goes, ah, and burns.
Falls on top of his other burning friend.
Yes. Yes, he does.
Two burning orcs in that pile.
The smell is terrible.
It's not good.
Struck is going to continue on his path, but he's going to aim at the soldier above. He's going to miss, as he was also not successfully hidden this time. And that's going to be his turn. The one to the south is still kind of pissed off at the Brackus more than the giant wolf right next to it. It's going to take 15 movement, stand up. Half its movement to stand up. Let's get rid of that. And then it's going to unload on you, Brackus. This time without, the flanking bonus. And I take that's going to be 2 misses.
Yep.
Smashes its great sword against your shield.
No, it's great axe in the shape of a sword.
As a bonus action,
His great sword axe.
the bear is going to try and fail. And then he's going to turn to you. And where is it? A jabby bit's going to appear from his staff, and he's going to make a couple of attacks at you, Bren. About 3 of them.
Who?
You.
Which guy? This guy?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
this guy.
Oh no, the mage. The mage is gonna try and hit me. Okay, bring it on, Grandpa.
Watch as there's 3 crits in a row.
Nope. 19, a 9, and a 15.
Oh, he misses, and hits.
Okay.
But that means I get to do fun things.
Okay, that's okay. So that's
What's he attacking me with?
a spear
Oh my.
for 4 damage. He's not throwing it at you. He is jabbing you, so you cannot catch it.
You may understand that that's a normal monk, but I am a.
Well, wait, no, I'm sorry, I rolled wrong. I'm gonna have to add another d6 to that. He's using it with both hands. He does not have a shield. So 7 damage.
Yes.
All right.
Sadly, none of his friends are near us.
Yes.
Because then I could have spent a key point to make him attack his buddy twice,
Yes.
which would have been fun.
Bren, you're up. You've just gotten stabbed in the face.
I'm gonna move over here, and I'm going to make him regret his life choices.
Okay.
Stabbity stab 1.
Definitely hit with a 22.
Okay.
Wait, why do you have a 4 plus 3? Oh, okay. That's how that works. That's
Yeah.
fair. Dash plus proficiency. Okay. That's a good 13 damage. Once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I get to stab him again, which hits.
Definitely hits.
Yep. And
Okay.
yay, I've done 62 damage to this man. And now I get to kick him in the face twice.
You're using key points every time, right? To
Yeah,
do
I'm
it
gonna-
twice? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a key point to kick him in the face twice. 16
Miss.
miss.
Hit.
Okay. Yay! He has taken 69 damage. Ooh!
He's not looking great, but he's still up.
Parts of him are frozen. He's been kicked in the face
Okay.
twice.
Abracus, you're up.
Well, I'm not going to get outshone by this goddamn wolf.
Miss.
I think you're
miss.
getting outshone by that that wolf.
Fortunately, getting knocked to the ground, he's no longer in his stance, so he's back to having 1 less AC. But you still missed with both of those.
Even with advantage?
Does he? How
Oh, they're
does?
prone.
Didn't have advantage at the time.
But attacking a prone enemy. Oh,
He
he got
wasn't
up.
prone, he got up.
Oh, all right,
got
never
up.
mind. Sorry.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, you're not gonna go for the. Okay.
Go for the
I was gonna say you can move down 1 more.
still flanking either way.
Technically, yeah, he is. It is flanking still.
Yeah. All right. Grimbald is going to aim for the soldier he's been shooting. Or trying to.
And
He's going to hit. Going to do 10 damage, which he's definitely not feeling good. He looks ragged and about to fall. Still, you're up.
numb.
Okay, go for it. You miss.
14 misses.
I hope the buddy over there with the spear comes to help his chief who's getting his ass beat.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Also, the chief got 3 attacks.
All right. It's going to look around. Going to try and staggered. Is going to throw at the wolf 1 more time. 1 second.
Aw, thought he would throw at me. Doesn't he want to help his boss?
8 misses, and then he's going to move his entire movement to try and run.
Aw.
Next. Just gonna Brackus, he turns towards you. We're not done. And he's going to try. Once again.
Goblin.
It says, let's see. I must strike you at least once.
I'm sorry if you think this is some sort of rivalry. I don't even understand your language.
Haha, Kope swing! Haha, Kope swing! Oh, fuck.
And he misses again. I have not been rolling well for them.
Listen,
It's
he'll
his
get there
turn.
eventually.
Struck's gonna move up, abandon stealth, see that this guy's trying to run away, and is going to aim for him. He's gonna hit, and he's gonna fall down dead. It's their turn. That guy. Oh, wait, this one's the one's dead, so take him off. I do that. There we go. So it's the leader's turn. He's going to take a bonus action swipe at a Brachus because that's been working so well.
Can no one make me bleed?
24.
Ha-ha!
Bryn runs away from the mage and goes over and just starts stabbing. Is that what you wanted?
Okay, so he is it's a level 2, so it's D plus 13 piercing damage. Force damage against you, Abracus.
Okay.
And then see him from one of his pouches drop essentially something you've all seen before.
Ooh, smoke explosion, smoke pellet.
And in this area, let's get it. Nice little gray shape. Okay, there we go. In this area, I'm gonna go. Yeah, there we go. Smoke erupts. And Bren, make your attack of opportunity.
I'm going to stab him. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna punch. I'm gonna kick him. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna kick him.
You miss,
Aw.
and you don't know where he is.
Aw.
Bren, it's your turn. You see nothing but smoke.
Do I see him over here?
Nope.
I go into the tent.
Okay, he's not in the tent.
Okay, so that's 5, 10, 15 to check under the tent. Guys! Guys! Guys, what were you doing? Like, guys?
Okay.
25, 30, 35, 40
Nope.
over here.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Sits on her broom.
Okay. That's your turn?
Yeah.
Abracus?
Brax is gonna hold up his shield like one moment to the orc and turn around, kind of look behind him. Oh. He's gonna move the moonlight right into the center of the smoke cloud.
Okay. Give me a second to touch it. Yeah. Give me a second. Ah, 25 con check. Save.
Still takes 7 damage.
You hear as the fog is burned away for the most of it, which we're just going to say is all of it. select. Oop. You see, standing up here and away, him just on the edge of your beam, and he takes how much was it?
7 damage.
All right, he takes a pretty decent hit. It's for him now.
Now where were we? Oh yes, you weren't hitting me, and that's gonna end Rex's turn.
Okay. Grimbald is going to look to the north and then look to the south. See that the south is pretty well covered, and it's going to take aim at the boss above. 16 misses, and that's Grimbald turd. Still,
Nom. With 15 was a miss.
Yep.
Just growling.
all right,
And that's it.
dead. He's going to. This is a stubborn son of a bitch. And he is going to try a fucking again. 1 second. I hate sometimes when I hit the up key. So used to it, and it just whenever I use a macro, it just doesn't work. So D20 plus 7. Can't let the bear trap of. So
Hey,
that's going to be a 23 and a 26.
I knew you had it in you.
Okay, so that is 1d10 plus 4 times 2. So we're just going to do 2d10 plus 8. No, we're not. 1d10 plus 4. So you take on the first hit 11, on the second hit 14. Slashing damage as he finally makes purpose and hits you twice. Struck. It's going to look around. Where the hell is Struck? There's Struck. He's gonna get a little bit closer here, and he's gonna also aim at the guy above. "17 barely hits. He does not get sneak attack, doing 10 piercing damage. Above, the guy is looking really hurt. Really hurt. He's definitely eyeing getting the fuck out of here. He's going to roll. Bonus action.
Does he also have to roll for being on fire?
He's not on fire.
Oh, never mind.
Brachus. He's going to. Suddenly, I'm rolling great. So you take 2d8 plus 4. Believe is what I said. Yep. Take 15 force damage. And he's going to. No clue where you are, Bren. He's going to book it to the north, see you, and then use the rest of his movement to get to about there.
He's
Brachus
like,
is down.
where the fuck is that woman? Oh, oh, hi, buddy. My turn,
Bren, you're up.
friend. I'm going to make friends with him. And do I need to reload? I do. Yay! Oh, why?
I don't know. For almost the entire fight, I couldn't hit you, Brachus, and then suddenly it just like nothing but hits. Okay. You're going to do what?
I had to reload roll 20
Okay.
because it was doing the thing like at the beginning of the session where it wasn't letting my roll go through. Yay! I don't know what this is. What is today? Okay. Stab.
Okay. You hit.
Okay.
He's dead.
I stab him.
No, he's dead.
I will now drag him over to the others.
Okay. Brackus, make a death saving throw. You succeed. Grimbald's gonna take aim at the guy that's currently the only guy that seems to be alive. There's Grimbald's thing. There it is. He not only does it definitely hit, the guy is harried by an ally, so he takes 16 damage. He's not looking good now. Definitely not looking good. And that's going to be his turn. Castile, you're up.
16?
16 misses.
Okay. That's my turn.
Struck's going to run up. Oh, wait. That guy's dead, so this is gone too. Boop. It's going to touch you, Abracus, and going to give you a heal wounds, level 1. You're back up at 9. It's going to be Struck's turn. See if, unfortunately, you're on the ground. And it's his turn. He's going to, he has advantage on this. So,
Please go back to your early rolls.
20 plus 7 as normal. Here we go. That's a 22.
Yep, 2 hits.
Okay. So the first hit will be the only one. We'll see if it's the only one that does damage. $12 damage. The second one, you fail 2 death saves. Bryn, you're up.
Oh,
no. How's this considered failing 2 death saves?
He melee attacked me while I was dead.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that counts as 2?
What? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, God, I don't want to kill a character on our first session back.
Okay, so it's time for Bryn to save the day. Da 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 da. I can rush over and kill that orc.
Do you have any health potions?
I can rush over and kill the orc. Why do you think I said I could save the day and as big as air quotes as possible?
Okay.
Listen, it means that the others can focus on making sure Abracus doesn't die.
Brackus's turn is next.
Abracus doesn't die.
If he rolls low, he's dead.
He just needs to make a 10. That's a 55% chance. He'll be fine.
Okay.
Also, if Castile fails to attack the orc can kill Abracus anyways, because that's what the orc would do.
There's a dozen people in front of the orc, but okay. You've made your choice. Do it.
Yeah. Does that hit?
You miss.
Does that
You
hit?
miss.
Does that hit?
You hit.
I do 9 damage as I kick
He's
him in the
still up.
I kicked him in the face. That is some bad rolls.
Abracus, make a death save.
He's fine.
Oh,
You
make it.
He made it, thank God.
See, I told you he'd be fine.
Gold's gonna aim, fire, hit, and the orc is dead.
Oh, thank God.
He had 2. Still, you're up.
Deform. Move up. And heal.
Okay. Heal check. Heal with magic. What are we doing?
Healing with magic.
No. Let's see if Brackus can get up on his own. I think that that was. I could.
So he's up with 12.
Okay. And officially, combat is over, I believe, unless I've missed somebody.
Well, we have those guys out there.
What would
somewhere.
your elk head? Does your elk disappear when you do?
Nope.
Okay, your elk is just essentially running around in circles, keeping the 4 knuckleheads busy. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of. Thing I'm gonna do is remove all turns, clear, and then
That's the elk. The elk's just hitting on one of the orcs.
right. Combat's over for the most part.
All right. I immediately give 2 of my healing potions to Abracus. There you go. Hopefully those 4 that went after that 4 that went after Nolans aren't as bad.
Brax is going to touch himself and heal himself with lay on hands.
Okay.
There we go. Stand up and brush himself off.
I'll be honest. I like the narrative thing that Brackus got cocky and suddenly that he paid for it.
I think he was holding back the first half. We get the leader.
Points over to the unconscious leader. Well, dead leader, technically.
Yeah, he dragged
Nolan
dragged
can't
him.
keep running forever, so we're gonna have to ready ourselves for 4 more.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll be fine, guys.
The
We're
moonbeam
strong
is down. The
Okay.
moonbeam's gone.
Oh yeah, the movie went down when you went down.
Yep.
You guys doing anything special before you call your elk to bring him back into camp?
I want to check out the tent and get an idea of if there's any documentation or notes in there. Like plans and stuff of the leader.
You don't find any paperwork really, no.
Burn
Like,
decides-
that was painting for the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're painting. Sorry. Thought that was it still is. Give me an investigation check.
I get the feeling I don't find much with a 7.
Weren't gonna find much with a 26 when I thought that was the roll too. You don't really find any paperwork. You just find some cloth, money, clothes, some fruits, some vegetables, some meats. These tents seem to be able to be taken down very quickly and put up elsewhere. This doesn't seem like it going into the tent. It doesn't seem like they were here for a while.
Interesting. So this is just set up.
Yeah, this seems like you guys caught them when they were setting up camp to eat and then go to sleep for the evening.
Okay. All right. Go for. Yeah, it's same thing for the other tent as well. Pretty much nothing.
Same thing. This is clearly the tent for the grunts. There's even less stuff in here. Mainly just what appears to be straw beds. Straw that was really just straw that was thrown on the ground, and nothing much.
All right. I'll go back to the group. I didn't really find anything. It seems like this camp was just recently set up. So, how you feeling, Brackus? You good?
I'll feel better after a night's rest, but let's finish this.
Yep. No sense leaving the job undone.
All right.
Call her back.
Are you doing anything specifically with the bodies, or are you just gonna leave them out in the
I'm
open?
just gonna
What do you
use
got?
mold. I'm gonna use shape earth just to bury him.
Okay, get all the bodies in one location, and
Mold earth.
that's fine. Give me a second. I forgot that you put one on top of another one. You drag part of, you put two out and drag part of them, what wasn't cooked away, and you essentially mold the earth. You leaving the campfire up?
Let's leave it as if undisturbed as possible.
All right.
So-
Where are you guys gonna stage this?
Gonna
You have-
go hiding
I would try, but you guys have all the time in the world with Abracus's tactics here, so.
I'm gonna go hide in the woods here. Just wait for a return.
Where everybody else is going?
That's like where they left, so they probably come in roughly that direction.
Two stealthy outdoorsmen go around this area. Bryn, Abracus, what are you up to?
X is going up top.
Okay. Give me a second. And the other one I have out. Okay. They're aiming their bows for where they think they're going to come back. Did your elk specifically? He just kept them to the east. He didn't send them north or south or anything.
He's just kiting them around.
Okay. Bryn, what are you doing?
I'll move into a place where I'm not super in the obvious. Otherwise, she'll help where she can.
I mean, are you going to fly up and hide in the
Yes,
sky?
I'll fly up and hide in the sky.
Okay. Give me a stealth with advantage.
Okay. I will
Brackus, the same to you, because you have all the time in the world. Stealth with advantage. Okay. Brent?
I'm
Okay.
just.
Now, normally it would be on the DM signal, but no, it's on Brackus' signal when they come back.
I got a poor roll.
Okay.
Lead them back in the camp now and Wallen. We're ready
Okay.
for them.
Will you put your elk back on the field for me, please? Okay. You see, yeah, there you go. You see him come in. Just seems to go through the camp, around, up to there, and
No, he's stopping here.
okay, he stops there. A little bit later, you see four of them. There we go. Walk back in. Two of them, on seeing the elk, they seem to be a little bit flustered. Both of them start to aim their crossbow at the elk.
And Eldritch Blasts at the two aiming crossbows.
And I'm going to assume everyone's essentially going to be attacking at the same time.
Yep.
If they can.
Mm-hmm.
We leave my elk alone.
All right. So,
Let's all gangbang that elk.
boom. Grimbald's attacking. Struck is attacking.
I'm going to aim an ice knife to here, right on that guy in the middle.
Okay. Abracus attacks twice. There's no such thing as flat-footed, but these guys were the grunts, which is why they were sent. So as long as you didn't roll below a 13, you hit. So boop. And boop. So that was an 8 plus 8, that's 10 plus 6. So this one got hit pretty hard. You were aiming specifically for the crossbows, Abracus?
Yes.
They were aiming? Okay. So this one's dead because between one of your Eldritch Blasts and a crossbow bolt did enough. Same here. An arrow just goes shooting into him. Give me a second, because I can always forget about this. All right, boom. Two of them drop dead. You threw what into there?
I threw an ice knife, so an 18. Does that hit this guy?
That hits both of them.
Okay, so I just still need this guy to do a dex save.
Okay. These were the grunts. D20 plus 4. 14. So not enough. Your ice knife did initially how much damage? On hit, it does 1d10.
Yep, on a hit, it does a d10. And if they miss, if they fail their dex save, they'll take an additional cast it to a higher level. That's 2d6, so they take 5 damage. So 6 damage.
So,
Okay. So
this
that's
one down here
15.
took 6 damage. The one at top took...
Full 15.
Okay. Okay. Well, one of them's looking pretty rough. 2 of them are dead, and one of them looks just grazed. And we're gonna roll initiative unless Bryn has something he wants to do from the sky.
I'm gonna throw darts at one of them.
Okay, which one?
This one. I'll throw some darts at him.
Oh, that's less than that. So that's
I roll advantage for throwing the darts.
which one? Oh, that one?
Yep.
All right, yeah, you can roll with advantage.
Okay.
They have no idea what's coming.
Yeah, suddenly 3 darts hit him in the head. He's like, "What? Ow!"
I'm gonna give you 1 dart.
Well, I have extra attacks, so I could do 2.
Okay, you get 2 darts.
Okay, only 1 hits anyways.
Okay.
I don't think a 15
no,
hits.
they both hit.
wow.
No, said they've got low
7?
AC. These were the grunts.
And 7.
So 14 damage total.
He's like, "Ow! Ow!" There's 2.
Now they both look very hurt. And instead of having everyone roll initiative for what would be a
slaughter,
a slaughter, you quickly manage to take down from hidden positions the other 2.
Oh no, we're murdering these poor defenseless orc
Brack,
babies.
you really want to do it, Flux? Okay.
I just heard roll initiative. If we're just assuming, then
No, I was assuming you're all in hidden positions in various angles, and these 2 are very bloody. You can do that if you guys want. See who gets the kill credit. There are only 2 of them alive. Let me see. Here we go. Give a turn. Add a turn. Add a turn. You do not have 22 health. You are not at full health. Fuck off. There you go. All right. Damn it. Where'd it go? Fucking hell. There it is. Bren, add yours. Anyone else that wants to roll initiative, go ahead. Okay.
I got a 14. Let's see if it adds me this time.
Okay, there you go. I've added you.
14.
No, I've killed you. There you go.
Uh-huh.
All right. Sending. Bren, go.
You know what? I don't get to use my darts nearly enough, so I'm just going to pelt him with more darts.
Okay, 2 more. You didn't roll a 1, so you still hit.
Yay. I do 8 and
Okay.
5.
Right? He's dead. Abracus?
He's got lawn darts in his body. They're full on lawn darts Bryn carries around just for fun.
Definitely dead. More than likely. You quickly, before they can even react, take out the 2 survivors. With that, combat is over.
all right.
Successful ambush. Your elk comes and walks up to you.
You have fun, Nolan? And I don't hear any answer because I don't speak Fey.
Breakfast.
Mer-
I mean, Nolan speaks Sylvan, so
Oh, do I speak?
if you speak Sylvan, you're good.
No, I do not.
Okay.
These are the
Is
sounds
there
that Brent
anything
makes
else
at
you
the
guys
elk.
want to do in this camp?
Mac is just gonna kind of sit down.
There's not much else.
This where the
What?
Can you sense if this is where the druidic magic came from, Catilla?
Yeah, sure. I could do that. And detect magic.
Why is everyone talking to the elk like you can talk back? And Brent just goes over to goes, Moo, you're an elk.
Battle's over. Nolan's just gonna go back to grazing.
You're an elk.
Okay. No, it's maybe a little stronger since you're further north, but it's the same as you had south last time you looked.
Okay. As I'm doing this, do I feel any more pulses that come?
This was a pointless fight.
You mean like most war? Arrakis.
Most of the time.
No, within the 10 minutes of your concentration, a pulse does not come.
But anyways, Arrakis, can I paint your elk?
No.
You mean like paint a portrait of the elk?
No, I
Or
mean I have
paint.
paint and I want to paint its antlers.
No.
Anyway.
Bryn boops her paintbrush on Abraxas' nose. Boop.
Anyway. To answer your question, Brackus, it doesn't seem to be coming from here, and I suspect it's still further north. But the sensations is definitely a lot stronger.
What time is it currently?
When the battle started, it was evening. You guys waited a little bit, so it's definitely nighttime now.
Want to make use of this camp?
May as well.
Keep heading north.
Waste not, want not.
There we go. Now
right.
you're perfect, Abraxas.
All right. Camp is pretty simple. They seem to cut down some trees for firewood. Turn these two into makeshift tables. There's a cart with some boxes on it.
Look carefully at the trees. Do I see saplings starting to grow inside them?
Not at this moment, no. You can give me a nature intelligence check to try to figure out why not, if you want.
Abraxas stares at the tree.
Yeah,
It's a tree.
You can't quite figure it out, but you think maybe there's a delay between fresh cut and regrowth. Maybe. It's the only thing you can think. Other than that, you guys just gonna make for camp and
Yep.
All right.
Lick our wounds.
You decide maybe not to use the tent. I don't know if you do or not. They're pretty smelly.
Yeah, I'm stick by the
If one
fire.
of you wants to, go right ahead.
I imagine that when Catilla entered, she got a good whiff of what was in the tents and decided, nope.
Yeah, it's pretty smelly.
She'll stick by
Abraxas
this.
sits up on one of the stumps. The elk goes back to eating, but it's a pretty uneventful night. Nothing really big happens. There's no sudden booms, and we're back on the world map, unless someone wants to do something. Okay. You guys get a bit closer. Give me perception checks for the ones that are keeping a lookout as you travel.
Okay, I'll roll my perception. I got a 23.
To the north, you're starting to see, as you travel, you're starting to see what appears to be some old ruined building, pieces of buildings at least, some bricks that seem to stick out, some carved stone as you get closer north. On the horizon, you can see a small what seems to be a small hill that start as you guys coming up north. As you start traveling, you notice that there becomes a slight incline, couple of foothills, but no tracks, no nothing major. You come across another couple of areas where you see fresh cut trees, and in others fresh cut trees that seem to be regrowing. Um, but nothing major. You guys want to do anything? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Let's keep going.
Guys,
Okay.
I have a question.
All right.
Shoot.
What do you think the odds are that this is all an illusion?
I'm pretty sure if it was an illusion, I would have been able to at least pick up on that. At least the times where I've checked with the trees.
If you wanna do a wisdom save to try and disprove the greenery, you can go right ahead, Bren.
No one else sees it. It's fine. We'll move on.
All right. You travel for another couple of days. You every once in a while you do come across some tracks if someone wants to do some sort of check.
Nature check, maybe to get an idea of what kind of tracks they are.
Okay. Seems to be some of them seems to be orc tracks. There seem to be large grooves, a couple of troll tracks. You can tell from the way they are that they seem to have trolls dragging trees to the southeast. Other than that, that's about all.
Darn it, trolls.
Nothing else really happens besides that. You don't really come across anything major besides a couple of more sets of ruins. They start to become more intact as you travel, but also more overgrown. The wall you find a half a house, but it's completely covered in greenery. Besides that, you guys get a little bit more north, and we are getting near you detect magic every once in a while, and as you get further north, it's definitely getting stronger.
Yeah, getting closer.
And eventually you come to what seems to be the outskirts of a hill. You guys are all to the bottom. You all see what appears to be a giant spider as you walk into this area.
Where do you want us to set up?
Down here. Yeah. See a giant spider. It seems to eye you, but it's not being aggressive. So that would be Bren would be right here. Down here. You are to the southeast. Just realize that most of this map you guys can't see.
Well, suppose it doesn't hurt to ask the locals some questions. Speak with animal. I'm gonna try and speak to this spider.
Flux, were you able to find the spot? Flux?
There we go.
Oh, okay. Worried for a second. Something was wrong. All right, you try to speak with the spider.
Hello. Have others traveled through this area recently? Within the last few moons?
All the time.
What did they look like? And I'm gonna try to do my best to describe like a troll and like orcs to the spider. Have you seen those that crossed by recently?
Yeah. So the flying things like to come by. Then we hide.
Flying things. How big are these flying things? Would you say?
About 4 of you.
4 of us. Okay.
Can you give me your blood?
I can give you some jerky.
You're no help.
I-
I'm gonna skirt around, back up its web, waiting for some bugs.
It wants to eat their blood.
You have no idea what it was saying. So basically, there's orcs and trolls have gone by here recently, along with flying things. And the spider, when the flying things come, they go and hide, and they're about the size of 4 of us. So yeah, definitely something big. And hey, I'll leave some jerky out here. Just try not to eat us. And I'll leave 10 things of jerky right here. It's yours.
I find it hilarious that you're leaving a spider essentially meat that he can't eat. But fair enough.
Hey, it might attract the other things it can eat.
All right. All right. You guys are in charge. What are you doing? You seem to be in a very dense jungle area. There seems to be paths carved through it, but there's also sheer cliffs almost. You see one right to the north of you. Other than that, seems like a staggered hill. The center area seems to be pretty steep, but as far as you can tell, no cliff faces. And at the edge of your vision, you seem to see a toppled pillar.
Interesting. Well, I suggest we start moving along. And, you know what, just in case, I don't exactly feel comfortable with this, so I figure a little extra help might be needed, especially considering those flying things they mentioned. So I'm gonna do a nice conjure animal of us, let's see, do I want to do... Alright, 2 CR1 creatures, so I'll summon 2 dire wolves.
Okay. Give me a second.
I can pull out 2 dire wolf images quickly, no problem.
They come running at you from the north part of the map, catching right into the spider's web, and the spider starts eating them.
I mean, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, and the spider's going, thanks? Anyway, so summon 2 of them.
Confused.
Player permissions. Edit. How the fuck do I do this? Don't know. You can pull something out then if you want to, because I don't know how to give you control. Anyone know how to give someone control of a token?
You can go in and add the token to go.
Oh yeah, there it is. There you go. You got it.
Okay.
There's that one. And copy. And paste. There's a second one. There you go. You should be able to control both of them. Nope, there it is. Dupe. Then dupe. And save changes. Then same for here. Dupe. Dupe. And dupe. And save change. There you go. You should be able to control them now.
Yep.
All right. How long does that last?
The spell Conjure Animal lasts a total of... I actually should have
10 minutes. Okay. All right.
Well, we
actually
have
lasts up to an hour.
Okay.
So I have these guys for an hour. And I'm going to tell this one to keep constantly like sniffing out for anything, and as well as hearing any creatures. And this one to stay towards the front. To stay towards the back with us.
Okay. Take over.
Alright, so I'm going to tell this one, move forward and give us an idea of what's in front of us.
Okay, move him to where you're putting him. Okay, where's my fog clearing reveal area? There it is.
And specifically, he's just trying to sniff and listen to creatures. Like, if there's like, let's see, the way it works. He probably understands then. Yeah, okay, they've available verbal. It is okay. All right, these
From where he's looking, he doesn't really see anything or smell anything. Give me a second. You can give me a perception check. Oh, you already did. No, not from where you are right now. No,
nothing with the 24.
they get advantage
Yes, as it
on scent or in hearing.
Let's see. The wolf has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or smell.
Right? They hear some things coming from the north, but they can't make it out. They have no reference for it.
Alright, so stuff in the north. Alright, guys, let's keep going.
You guys move as a group or however you would.
I specifically, alright, tell the guys that this guy, that one wolf will be ahead of us by a little bit, and this one will stay back with us. I kind of have to be with the wolf so that I get an idea of what's around.
You come across what appears to be a quite a few pillars that have fallen. Some of the chunks are very weathered and almost look like just natural stone if you didn't know any better. But many of them are still very clearly used to be pillars.
So if there's like any writing
to the north, you see another cliff face, but between them is a slope that you could walk up to. But there's definitely paths around if you want to go around.
Alright, I'll relay that up. There's like some pillars up ahead. There's a cliff face that looks like we could walk up. And there's some paths to the side that go around. And you mentioned like with the pillars that they're pretty weathered. So if there was any writing, you could not tell anymore, correct?
Oh yes, they're definitely worn away
Alright.
from time.
Okay, boy. Try and see what's around with the around the bend.
Okay, you're gonna just head around. All right.
Yeah, I asked him to check the bend, and I'm gonna crouch behind this bit of pillar.
All right.
You want me to do more perception checks, or?
You keep the one for now. He sees more cliff, more roof, but there definitely is a path around from where you are.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down there, or
right,
whatever.
And like this is the way that would have gone to like the cliff face that we could walk up, correct?
Yes, that middle area is very steep, but you can walk up to it with a little bit of difficulty. It would be considered difficult terrain if you wanted to go up it, but every so often it on the side it evens off, and this is basically wait. These paths are essentially flat.
Okay.
But the middle here, it seems to be going very steep path up.
I'll inform the wolf over this wolf to start going up about up to here, at least up the path, and to relay what it sees.
See a collapsed archway, and what seems to be a stone wall and a stone courtyard. To the north, you said you sent this one all more way around?
Yeah, this one is going a little bit more around.
Right, so give me a second. Grab him. You'd have to go to here. And then go. Seems to be a pathway down. Got good sight. Yeah, he definitely seems to notice something outside his outside what I can show you, but there's definitely something to the north on this level.
Okay.
But to describe what you see above. Your other wolf sees a collapsed archway. It's worn. To the two sides are two obelisks that are still standing. This one, God, I gotta keep track. This and this, but any writing on them is worn away. There seems to be an earthen floor, which gives way to stone, and there seems to be a path around each side that he can see. There's still a path down here. So, to you.
All right, guys. So, how do we want to do this? Because it looks like we're going. Okay, so it's like going past walls, and it's like as if there was like a wall, like maybe potentially a city path there goes past the wall. All right.
There was 1 second.
Yeah, I think I just kind of misunderstood like what you're saying, like with the part beyond the wall.
Oh, the walls are mostly collapsed. You can see through certain areas. This one is still mostly intact and attached to what is left of the collapsed archway. The stone here is difficult terrain, as you'd have to walk up it and then down it a little bit. Most of this wall is collapsed here, and you can see into the courtyard here. Give me a perception check for this wolf.
Sure thing.
Okay, good 20. He barely makes out what appears to be a goblin that walks from the north, turns to the bushes, takes a piss, and then walks back.
Okay. The wolf over there would then probably try and signal that it's like with like some.
How is your wolf signaling to you?
Good point. I kind of realized I should have made that.
Yeah,
because how to do that
by
before
now,
sending him
speak with animals is probably gone.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see.
Just trying to think.
They obey any verbal commands you issue. No action required. Yeah, they cannot speak to you. Unlike brackuses, they don't speak to you.
Okay. So, doing this, we saw that there was like that, and I guess I can then go to here, and like do like a very simple command of 1 bark no, 2 bark yes. Did you see anything up ahead?
It barks yes.
So 2 barks. So something up ahead. All right. It doesn't know what a goblin is, so I can't exactly ask him that.
Yeah. What are the rest of you doing for the record? Brackus, Struck and Grimbald for just cleaning's sake, or just kind of chilling.
It's a shame we don't have a rogue here.
Yeah.
It's a shame we don't have 2 rogues who are just kind of sitting back here.
I will have Struck act if someone wants to ask him, but
Hey, nerd.
okay.
Nerd.
Struck will start to act. He'll ask everyone to sit back behind these rocks, and then he will go and try to stealth around. That's what we want to do. Just didn't want to take this away from you guys unless you asked him to.
Question. At the distance where I'm at, could Grimwald and Struck see me? And if I was to do like some hand signs,
the path about there is pretty flat.
So
okay, from about it's kind of like have you ever seen a layered hill? It's a quick incline, then flat. Quick incline, then flat.
Yeah.
Up. Yeah, that's essentially what you're dealing with right here.
Okay, so from my area, they really can't see me.
They can see you.
Oh, they can.
So,
okay.
Yes, they're above the first incline to where it was flattened out.
All right, so to Struck and Grimwald, Bryn, and whatnot, I'll sign that there is something to the north.
We have to work out these hand signals someday, but sure. Let's say for military sake.
No,
you guys.
No, we don't.
Sure.
That is definitely something we do not need to do.
All right.
It could just be assumed our characters
Struck
know it.
have made
Struck
one.
comes up and asks you, what do you need?
Pinky means
Could
go.
you assist, go along beside my wolf there and see what there is up north?
Get
And I'll
Struck
mention-
up.
I'll tell
for a
the wolf
second.
that Struck here will be joining you. If he tells you to stop,
Okay,
stop.
give your wolf a stealth roll. She's gonna have him go with Struck. Okay. Struck starts to hug the side of the mountain. Can't really see above, but he can see forward, and he just takes off.
Yeah. And the wolf's kind of laying down on his
to a-
haunches.
yeah. He gets about here and gets back into the jungle, about where the goblin peed, to be honest. And
Yeah.
Bryn, could you not just fly up and get an aerial view of this area?
Leans into a Brachus very, very closely. Yes.
Would you like to go ahead and do that?
I thought the fact that I wasn't doing made it clear that I didn't.
sorry, you said that so quietly, no one heard you.
Very well.
What did you
I'll
say?
do it. I'll go do it. Everybody wants Bryn to do something now that she has the magic doom broom. I fly up.
You talked us into giving you the broom.
I know, Bryn. If you haven't realized, Bryn
Traditional-
likes flying. She
While you guys are doing this, Struck comes up here and he sees what appears to be a tent, and a goblin going back into it.
there's Bryn's attempts to scout out the
Okay,
place.
you're
by getting
gonna.
high enough.
What I'm gonna say is, you go off the map, and you
Yes.
fly pretty high up to get a good make sure you can't be seen from above, and then you go very slowly, very quietly over. Show me what your path would be.
on the map.
Yes.
Hmm.
You going from just give me this point, and then where else would you go?
There's a way to make multiple points, isn't there? And I just realized I'm drawing a line.
Can't see yours either. Yeah.
Well, I think it's because it's technically no, it's still
Alright.
there. You can see it. Look.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
it.
I see it now. You'd be flying across there. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Basically, I'm doing a up there, and then I would be going back there. Basically a
Okay.
triangle formation.
Alright.
Way over. Then I
Because
come up,
of
then come down.
you
then go
can't
back.
make out details. Keep in mind with what I'm about to uncover, but you see this. You definitely see this. It seems to have there's something moving on the ground down there. You see a big old spider web down there. You see some more tents. You can't. Surprisingly, you see a set of doors, but there seems to be part of a roof that is made out of wood over whatever's in there, so you can't see in there. See some more tents, more spider webs. About what you this is about what you make out on your trip. And get rid of those lines, please.
Oh, okay. I'll get rid of the lines.
I'm gonna expose this. If you had not killed them, if you had decided to let them go on, you would see several troops of orcs marching around in patrols, but you killed them all. So, boop, 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 boop. So they're gone. Struck, not knowing you doing this, he sees the goblin and starts to head back to the
And
group.
the wolf will follow.
Comes back to you and tells you that there's a tent with a goblin up around the side.
Alright, potential goblin place encampment. That'd be pretty. It's good to know.
That was actually a really good use of the broom. I was planning on it taking you guys quite some time. to,
I mean, to be
carefully
fair-
go around and maybe ambush some, or maybe they get a chance to sound the alarm. But hey, did it? That was actually pretty good.
See, the thing is, Bryn realized that, and I knew that, but Bryn didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Is the thing. So
The
Brad gets sent to
biggest,
ask.
but the biggest thing that you guys noticed, besides that Bren seeds, besides the place that still has a roof on it, is what appears to be a glowing obelisk that seems to be glowing bright green and then dark green, and it appears that
One of the goblins is trying to touch it.
it appears that two rather interesting creatures are hacking at it, seemingly trying to destroy it. You see around in this courtyard and in the area ruined tools, shovels, pickaxes. You see a hole right here where it looks like they tried to dig underneath it and stopped. There's signs that they've been trying to destroy whatever this obelisk is for quite some time. It just glows with a various colors of green, and seems to, when you looked at it from above, it seems to give off a gentle feeling to you. You imagine yourself sitting in a field with a nice breeze going over grass, just a pleasant scent. This is what the feeling you get when you look at it directly. You join the rest of the group and tell them what you've seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well. That's the goal.
Okay. You guys tell me what you're doing.
Okay. So, I could send one of my wolves to try and circle around the outsides of the case, outside of the walls. Okay.
10. We're about to stop.
All right.
Yeah, this is just cleanup. We're probably not going to get any combat or anything major now that I've revealed the map. But
I mean, at the very least, I had good use of conjured animals. Good use of flying. We got some intel. Now we just got to figure out the game plan.
in fact, to be honest, you guys just want to stop now, because honestly, anything you can do would probably go over.
Yeah, probably take the better part of an hour if I had to guess.
There's some creatures on here.
Yep.
That's all I can say. It's up to you guys. Flux, what do you want to do?
I need to stop.
What?
I
Okay.
think we should stop.
All right.
Yeah.
Diplo, you okay with that too?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys have gotten to the goal. There seems to be, just to sum up, there seems to be an area that still has a roof. You don't know if that's the roof that originally had or if it's a makeshift roof. There's various goblins hanging out in tents around. There's some rather large spider webs. You don't know what's up with them. And there's the obelisk that seems to be being under attack, so to speak, but pretty ineffectually from all the discarded tools on the ground. So did everybody have fun?